Hello everyone, this is a Greyshot 117 here, bringing another COH2 replay. This is a 4v4 on one of my least favorite maps anyway. Essen Steelworks. You wanna know what my least favorite one was? Montergis region. Oh boy. But this is down there because, I don't know, I don't like the layout of this map, honestly. But it's still okay. It's not terrible. It's just, I just don't prefer it. Like Vilsam, I just don't prefer that map as well. But in any case, we got 4v4 of 3 Soviet and a British versus 2 Wehrmacht and 2 OKW. Let's double check their ranks real quick. And oh my god, it looks like we may have a high ranking game. I would say the Axis definitely have advantage. And the Allies, we'll see how they do. In any case, make sure if you want to send a replay, do so via my Gmail or my Facebook. Just go on my YouTube page, click on the links, submit it via an attachment, and I'll take a look. In any case, we have Oil, Ballarak, Sodar, and Waffen. What? Waffen? What? Sure, something. What? My cat just reached on my, grabbed my hand, was like, hey, pay attention to me, not the game. Anyway, my big fat orc wedding, great name. Blink Mike, interesting. Zas and Eilbar, alright, whatever. Anyway, Essen Steelworks, both usually 2v2, each side going for a specific fuel on the right and left respectively. Looks like went for the this point to get in the building, not a bad idea. Unfortunately, you weren't able to hold it long enough for the Stern Pioneers to just take it over and unfortunately cause havoc for a lot of the Soviets pushing on this territory. It looks like we have penal troops on this side, and do you get MGs? No, you just got pure conscripts. So, no support weapons, so this is going to be a hard fight. They are versing OKW, so make it a little bit easier. But in all honesty, it is going to be quite annoying for them to push. So, just, again, without a mortar team coming down, or, you know, artillery of some type, or an MG holding positions. We'll see how they do with just infantry. Again, we have Blink Mike with an MG, which could suppress a lot of infantry. He would probably be better if he kind of repositioned it over to this car, heavy cover. But, no, I don't know. Looks like on the left-hand side, Axis have gained control. By the way, the person who submit this, Wafen, thank you very much. I also want to thank my Patreon supporters real quick, like Ace, Sean, Tim, Leo, Carter, Nick, Sejones, and Joey. I think that's all right. Sure. So, thank you guys so much for your awesome support. And yeah, it's getting close to the 6th anniversary of my YouTube channel. Holy God, I've been on YouTube for a long period of time. And, yeah, it's very interesting indeed. Oh boy. And expect a lot of interesting stuff, hopefully, coming out in February because of it. If I can get everything together, we shall see. In any case, we got, looks like the Allies on a full retreat on the left. Mortar team, very nice. Looks like they satcheled it and now stole it. Great job. That's quite hilarious. Nice flank indeed. Middle, though, not going well. Looks like they're trying to hold it off, but the Volk squads in barrack cover are pushing back the conscripts. And also the conscripts were kind of like half dead, so we'll see. On the left-hand side, though, the British seem to be pushing up. Somewhat effectively. At least they might capture 1 point out of everything else that they're probably going to lose. This is really far back for a medical, especially for the far left. I would actually recommend over here. Have an MG guard, you should be fine. If you're really worried, mine it up on the left. But yeah, that's a little far back. That might help. I mean, unless you're focusing in mid and you have my big orc wedding focusing elsewhere, that could honestly be the case. But usually, again, with this type of player, where it's a Wehrmacht player and they have to retreat back to base, it is kind of more challenging for a farther engagement, if you will, for them to keep up the base. But they do have a lot of MGs, so maybe they're just trying to go more defensive and just hold them back. Fortunately, Waffen looks like you are losing quite a number of guys. Speaking of guys, Sodor has a ton of penals. Great front line, lots of satchels for lots of explosions to get a lot of fortifications out of your way. So maybe they're gonna try to blow up the city. We shall see. That could be a strategy for them. I don't think it would be that effective, but it's a strategy they could use. I just had a game in which I had partisans, and for those who don't know, partisans the play out of every building. So what did I do? Simple. I got 2 pioneer squads, equipped them with flamethrowers, and burned every single building down that was on that map. And it was Lord's Assault, so if you've played on that map, you know how many buildings there are. I burned down a lot of freaking buildings, and they still kept coming out of buildings. So I had to keep burning down all the buildings, even the ones on the enemy side, and that's fun. But eventually, the guy just eventually quit, I believe, because he's just like, okay, my partisans suck. No, he didn't quit. GTA killed his base with artillery. That's what... My apologies. Anyway, don't want to give false information. Speaking of which, I will definitely say that the Universal Carrier is burning everything alive. Oh my god. I like Waffin's like, well, I'm not winning on my side. Hey, Soviets, you want a flamethrower to burn the enemies out? And the Germans like, we got our own flamethrower, but the British are like, yeah, mine's bigger. Is there a box? There's a fucking box on that guy. It's stuck in the Universal Carrier. The guy's like, I got my contraband. The Germans can't take it. Oh my god, it's stuck in there. Oh, nope. No, they still another box. A part of the box in it. No. No. Oh, it's out. No, they still, look, the one plague's still in there. He's still got it. The Germans can't have the plank. They can't, it's too valuable. Meanwhile, we have conscripts swarming out on the right-hand side. Unfortunately, I do have this base here so they could reinforce it from the front. A little bit, not amazing. Big push. They did capture right, and oh, sorry, mid, and looks like they were capturing right. So yeah, looks like the triple team that's currently going into effect is somewhat working. Though the Axis are probably going to take advantage and take over the entire left. So, yeah, you win some, you lose some? I mean, I would say they're probably going to lose a lot more than just... They're probably going to lose the left side. So, take that for what you will. And now, because of this, they also have to worry about Balrock literally holding off 2 players in mid. That's the other thing. When you kind of have another guy move over, that other player has to hold. See, and that can cause a whole chain effect. For example, in another game that my brother and I did, one of our allies needed support. So, my ace, the guy I was playing with, sent some guys over. My brother then had to hold. He got eventually broken from the 2 guys, and then it hit me, and then hit Ace, and then hit GTA at the time. And that just collapsed the line. So, again, you have to make sure that if the player leaves your lane, or that area of effect, that you have someone to counter, otherwise it could cause pretty much a worse situation than the small issues you're having on that one side. So take note of that. Still munitions, could be captured, but the Germans are like, you know, fuck it. We're going to go to the point next to the base. Oh, there goes the Kubel. Poor Kubel. MG, of course there's an MG in this building. There always has to be an MG in this building. Anytime you're on this map and you're going over this point, expect there to be an MG in this building, because this building can cover all points pretty effectively. Now, unfortunately, with the how these units are placed, this will probably get suppressed, and then this unit might be able to gain some ground. We'll see. Or he's going to go back and forth and just keep suppressing them. Yep, there it goes. One will be suppressed. Now this one can move. Because, again, they're in opposite areas. Now he needs... Oh, my God. This guy's not even paying attention. Move your men! Maybe he's focusing on retreating, which, again, I guess that's fine. As long as he eventually realizes he can... There we go. He realized. Satchel goes out. MG trying to escape. Gets out of the building right in on time, and the building just collapses. Oh, that was way too close. That was way too close. Meanwhile, we have conscripts trying to push up, but the Grenadier squad seem to be mowing them down pretty damn well. Mortars falling back to heal, or just to... Yeah, nope. Or escape danger, I assume. We have conscripts. Wow, with... we probably should go over doctrines right now. So we got Guards Rifle, which has the new KV-1. Very nice. And again, nice little addition. We have... And again, with that, you also get PPSHs, which can be very effective. It looks like they're going a lot of conscripts here. We have the Soviet Shock Army. So again, a lot of good infantry with Cervic Attack, which also goes against infantry, and the Howitzer good against fortifications. Waffen went Commando, so expect bombs. Lots and lots of bombs. Oh boy. This was a good time to assault, because if they... Oh wow, I love that Panzerschreck, by the way, shot hitting that. Dude, you're going to want to heal. Looks like he's going to try to heal that. It's barely alive as is. So you just need a couple I don't think they're going to be able to strike. Oh my god. They can also move on this. But this one's on fire. So, yeah. Nice try killing the Grenadiers. But, yeah, you're not going to hurt this. Oh my god. What the fuck? That was not on fire. He physically stopped that. That's incredibly stupid. I don't know why you would stop that. You had that. Anyway, you have a ton of manpower, Zos, and currently you're not using it. I would use it, like now. Anyway, Balrog is like using all his manpower. He is actually excess, and looks like he's saving up. He might. I don't know what the fuck he's doing, because even with the KV, you can't just deploy it. You need the base. So I don't know. I would actually start building said base. But it looks like this one guy is managing to somehow hold. Though now with an Oswin, that might change. Because Oswin's good against infantry. Even infantry that have AT rifles, it's still pretty damn effective. British moving on in, calling in smoke, aka the artillery flares. Which will have the base artillery, these guys. Open fire upon... Oops, sorry. Open fire upon the enemy. And start hopefully hurting it. Now the problem is... Well, one of these suckers are very good. Oh wow, look at that entire blob in the background. One of these is fine. You really need two because it only fires a handful of shells, and it costs about the same. So it's not. If they all hit, that's great. I just don't really expect it with just one. But luckily, you have the mortar pit also. Hopefully hitting along with the heavy mortar, and all that coming in should be enough to knock out that Panzer headquarters. Both of that being neutralized is a huge detriment. That's 120 fuel, 240 fuel now that the Axis have lost through their Panzer headquarters buildings failing. So not bad. Let's see, we got Lightning War, so a lot of good anti-infantry along with Tiger and anti-armor with the Strafe. Very nice. Festing armor, so a lot of the lockdown, hold the enemy back sort of weaponry, not bad. Large BPSH block of conscripts coming on in with penal troops backing them up. No real AT rifles, so armor would be great in this region, but alas, we're just not seeing it. Actually, since both OKW do not have their trucks up and now have to put their trucks up. Oh man, there goes the building with that MG. That could be huge in actually another regard. The OKW won't be able to get their heavy tanks. That could allow the Allies a little bit more momentum to gain some more ground, but we'll see how well that. We'll see how much they can get from that, I should say. Meanwhile, these guys again destroy close range. He might be trying to reinforce, but oh boy, he's getting the assault package. All right, so Ibar's got the pesting doctrine again, also recently changed, which now gives you that again the assault package, which is what exactly? MP40s. And replaces their incendiary grenades with HE and smoke. Alright, cool. So you now have a Model 25 grenade. Very cool. Let's see if you're able to hold back the enemy. Meanwhile, the guy with all the conscripts seems to be doing pretty damn well for himself. Managing to push back Stern Pioneers with such efficiency. Because he's just murdering everyone so quickly. Oh boy. Not a good day indeed. I love how they're just going across the territory, just be like, I'll kill you, and you, and you, and you. Meanwhile, we have Orc Wedding getting a ton of Oswins. My assumption would be to counteract the massive amount of conscripts we are seeing in this game right now. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, hold on. 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, 9 conscript squads with BPSHs rolling around. That's terrifying. Conscripts, yeah, they're pretty weak. But you have a giant blob of them with BPSHs charging you head on. I don't care if you're Obel Saddam with STG-44s. You're gonna freak the fuck out. Meanwhile, once again, we have a headquarters building. And once again, it is in a terrible spot. It's actually in the same spot he decided not to pick last time. Once again, Panzer headquarters buildings are fine. They're great for holding key positions. But personally, I would rather not have it on the front lines. If anything, I would try to have it like low-key positions that still hold great importance. For example, this region. It's a large area that pretty much is a good, especially here or over here, Actually, probably like right here. So that way you guard the roadway so you don't have the allies coming down here. You guard this way so the ally force will come here. Guard the points so they can't cap it. Stuff like that. If you have it on the front, sure, it's guarding a valuable command star. But then it's also at risk for all 4 teams kind of converging in and using artillery to take it out. Looks like we have a glider coming in. You can see it, the shadow. Commandos can deploy units from a glider. Can also reinforce from it, so it's not a bad thing to have. And they provide recon as well. Unfortunately, it looks like we have the... Yep, there we go. The assault package equipped Volk squads moving on in, and they seem to be doing okay for themselves. Not amazing, but not terrible. They're trying to push on in. Unfortunately, these guys might try to reinforce from the plane or retreat. Looks like they're just going to retreat. Beaufort also coming in to push them back. Fire's coming down. That's the nice thing about that doctrine. They get support guns with fire abilities. Yup. And they're, again, fire, pretty good for killing emplacements. So we'll see how well that goes. Well, there goes a unit in the building again. They try to escape. Just not in time. Just not in time. Panzer IV barely holding him back. But the thing is, that's the only thing this guy got. He needs more men. Stats. And, yeah. Austrians are slowly being pushed back and need to heal. We have a T-34 deployed from the Balrock, the conscript guy. Oil, again, not as many. I would say kind of like the lower, like, Ollie evolves into Balrock. It's kind of like a Pokemon reference. He evolves into having more conscripts, and then you add in a T-34 onto that too. And not just that, that's not the only thing that makes him deadly. It's the fact that he still has a lot of anti-tank components, like the guards troops and the AT guns. And I'm assuming all AT grenades? He better have AT grenades. He does. So that's going to cripple this thing. MG, trying to hold the line. I like how he has the stolen Vickers. That's pretty great. But the Ostwind still is going to pull back and do a ton of damage. So, anyway. Obosadan pushing the enemy back. Unfortunately, conscripts on the right seem to be pushing back a lot of the Axis forces. Now, I did put down that headquarters building down here. This is actually pretty damn good. The Su-85 could be an issue with a long sight, but at least it's stopping infantry from coming through here and stops the flank from occurring. So, actually not a bad spot overall. Maybe a little bit more to the left, but again, at least it's a block. It's something to block incoming forces from a decent distance. So, not too bad. Not too bad at all. T-34 on standby on the right. Let's see. The Allies currently are winning, actually, which is surprising. Even though it's been showing that they've definitely been losing a number of units. It looks like they're, I don't want to say spammy, but they're kind of like overwhelming infantry tactics have seemed to be actually paying off. The Axis are in full retreat. They've also had some really nice moves by knocking out a lot of the headquarters buildings and knocking out a lot of vital positions. The Axis thought they would dominate, but have very easily shown that no, that is simply not the case. One player was able to hold off 2 guys, and not only that, but push into territory, which is something you don't see very often. Conscript squads are pushing on in, grabbing some territory. Conscripts even like coming around to flank the Ostwind. Unfortunately, he does need to move more troops in to help guard the fuel. But take note that this one guy is effectively trying to hold mid and the entire left-hand side. While green is kind of both assisting in mid and also assisting on the right-hand side with Ollie and what's the guy's name? Sodor. So. And again, the British player, pretty good at just trying to help out on both sides. He has his mortar stuff like coming in. He's calling commandos and stuff like that to assist each side. Nice explosion, by the way. Commandos coming in right behind. Hilarious. Hello. We got a Vickers machine gun as well.
We've 200 points remaining.
Wow, tons of mortars. Holy mackerel. Yep, he has 2 mortar teams. Most likely originally tried to take out the mortar pit, but I'm assuming he's like, okay, we need to take the left-hand side now. But they're holding for the time being. Actually, they're pushing up and still taking territory. The Axis really need to grab something because right now they are down and need to start getting back up. They're down on both fuel. Luckily, right now they saw that or put down a ton of caches. So right now those caches are helping them at least survive in a current zone where they do not have either fuel. So, you know, bad things. They are capturing the right-hand side, and looks like the fire has managed to push back enemy forces for the time being. SV-85 on standby, a lot of conscripts. Mortars are now coming down this position, which should help push the Volk squads back. Sodor went the glorious B4 doctrine. Well, let's see if you can control the B4, though. It's very, how do I say this in the best way possible? You must believe in the B4 to do it, alright? If you don't believe, it won't work. Nice Sturmovik strike, causing damage against the infantry and managing to help the Soviets over here hold the point. Oh boy. This goddamn flame hetzer, pretty damn good, can take a lot of hits, even though it's a hetzer, which is technically not supposed to be that good of a unit, but whatever, it still can hold. Also, dude, you have this anti-aircraft mode. Guess how quickly he shoots down aircraft? Pretty damn fast. Now I feel like these goddamn planes are just doing like circles over you, just being like, what you gonna do? What you gonna do, son? You can't do anything. There you go. You finally set on the mode. There we go. And, yeah, I expect all these planes to crash very soon. Come on. There we go. Looks like the Axis are playing for a counterattack. We have, I love this, Pinos with a Panzerschreck. So someone killed some Panzer Grenadiers or Sturm Pioneers. We have a large Ostwind push right into the heart of the enemy. This is not going to go well. Oh god, they just got pincered. They got surrounded. T-34 is cutting off their escape while the guard troops and everything throw AT grenades and everything else. They might be able to steal one for Pete's sakes. Oh, wow. Holy shit. I think that was a demo. That or a goddamn gammon bomb. Something happened over there. Soviet Air Force coming in, just hammering the left. Wait, where was the command tank? Like, with all the Ostwinds that pushed in. That would have been helpful. Help them survive a little longer, maybe even escape. T-34 coming around on the flank, trying to knock out that command tank. We have Sturm Pioneers moving on in. Nice job killing the pack. T-34 managing to knock that thing out and actually kill it. I think they placed a mine back there and they detonated the mine, which blew into Kingdom Come, which is also hilarious. Even though I've placed mines in my allied territory high, I placed it at choke points in other positions. For example, a choke point would be like here, a four-way crossing, or here, like major crossing areas. That makes sense, where that way the enemy doesn't flank. Right here is like, I don't know. It doesn't come to mind as a like a area which there would be a lot of movement. Like, this would also be a great spot to place a mine because again, enemies are moving this way, they're moving this way, they'll move this way. So you can place a mine to kind of stop all that movement. All the way back there is just a little bit off. I don't know. It's a little too far back for me. I place mines all along the front line, to be fair. So I may at one point could have placed a mine there. But yeah, that's also the issue. You never want to move armor above one of your mines, because again, you worry about that. So if you are maneuvering a vehicle, I know pathfinding can suck, but make sure you have your own awareness to note that if you place your own mines, to watch out for that stuff. Oh, we have the glorious B4. Oh, it's being made. All right, you better do it proud. If you don't, you know, I'll just call you out in front of all my viewers for not believing. That actually, even I've always wondered, like, if I told my viewers to do, like, to attack, would they do so? To be fair, I would not do that. I would not be like, you know what? I don't like Sin 7, so I want you to just never watch a Sin 7 video, because those guys are awesome. And if there was people I don't like, nice kill on the Stuka, by the way. Once again, I don't know why you would move up the Stuka when armor's charging at you. But if there was someone I didn't like, which there are YouTubers I don't like, unless they're so stupid that I would have no, like, I would have nothing. Like, for example, the Logan Paul. I hope I'm getting that. Yeah, Logan Paul's like suicide, like video. That I'm like, okay, that guy's a complete idiot. He's already so big that my viewers are already already know or not gonna make a dent. But then there are other YouTubers like, yeah, I'm not gonna give you notoriety because then I'm promoting your content. Unless you do something so horrible or despicable, like Logan Paul's suicide video, that would cause it. Yeah, fun fact, don't showcase a dead body, kids. I don't know, that might, that may be a little bit negative. Just a little bit, I don't know. Maybe a little bit. Meanwhile, the Axis counterattacking on the right. It looks like it, with enough firepower, not killing the Soviets, just slowly pushing them back, which, nice job on their part. More air support, my god. Man, they love their Sternvik strikes. Which is great for me. You get to watch planes attack. That being said, even though they did push hard on the right, Yellow pushed hard on the left, recaptured a lot of territory, and now they own a lot more mid. So, good job, Waffen. Waffen? Waffen? Something like that. Anyway. Tiger tank on the right as well, which should help hold. Hey, do we still have a lot of conscripts? Oh, now we have a howitzer also opening fire. Where are you hitting with that howitzer, if I might ask? So it looks like I'm assuming... Oh, it's hitting this area. Not a bad idea. You could hit a lot of the infantry. Or, yeah, this is all grouped together. I see this is a high-value bombing target very soon. B4, you have gotten no hits yet. You fired recently, and looks like you've... Oh, you're repositioning. This is... Okay, so I know the B4 is an artillery piece, but think of it as like a goddamn assault gun. You need to bring it up closer to the front for it to do maximum damage. I'm being honest with this thing. So I would have put it probably back here, kind of like a Pac 43, so it kind of guards this territory. At least that's what I would have done, but we'll see, Sodor, how you do on the right. In any case, we got Blink Mike doing a pretty damn good job at pushing on the right. Oh boy, we have, what is it called? Assault, which is very nice because you get free recon and your infantry fight better. What more could you want? He does have a ton of, what is that? What am I supposed to say? Manpower? Thank you. So I'm wondering if he's saving... Oh, he's probably saving up for a comet. At least I would get a comet. T-34, run him over! Oh, there we go. He got some of them. There we go. Also, if you do that, they can't fire their Panzerschreck at you because they're just too busy running away. Oh wow! I love this Oswin firing at this and actually hurting his own guys. Great job. Oh, goddamn T-34. Just you do you. T-34, you do you. As you run over the entire enemy force, even as they retreat. Oh, that's great. Nice shot. Unfortunately, though, the Axis still control majority of the points. They need to capture those pronto. Large assault on the right, but it looks like all the armor on the Axis side is keeping the Allied infantry at bay. Though, looks like we might have a kill right over here from the building collapsing. What the heck? Come on, one more hit. One more hit, come on. Or are they going to retreat this? Double S-25 moving on up. Looks like Ollie might be able to push back that armor sometime soon. We have a B4 that's looking directly at the Allies. Please don't shoot Allied forces. That would give the B4 a bad name. Let's see now. Su-85 is pushing on in, I guess, trying to get a kill on the Brumbar. Excellent shot. Managing to hit the target. Looks like the B4 repositioning once again. Pulling on back. Conscripts giving chase, but the MG's holding him back. We do have a... Oh boy. Waffen with his Comet tank fully deployed. He actually has 2 of the suckers. Very, very nice. And, oh boy. I throw a grenade maybe? Yep, pops grenade. And now getting the heck out of there. Nice grenade on the Volk squad. Fortunately, without the main gun, I feel like it's going to die. Oh no, artillery's coming in. B4, decent hit, actually. Not amazing. Not amazing, but still decent hit. I got like... wow, no, I'm sorry. He killed 6 people. Never mind. That was a damn good hit. I kid. The nice thing about this area is if you tell the B4 to hit something, most likely, it's going to hit something. Unfortunately, the Comet did get hit with overwhelming amounts of Panzerschrecks and fire. Looks like Soviet forces are moving in to capture this point, so that should help the Allies in the short term holding it. In the long term, however, let's double check army strength. And right now we have the Allies actually with the larger army. The Axis have a smaller one. So if I was the Axis, I would kind of try to focus on just killing as much, as many forces as possible. I love this Pak-43, by the way, just slowly turning, trying to kill it. King Tiger's like, I'll deal with it. The Pak-43 still not in range to kill it. I swear to God, if you try to kill your Ostwind. Well, that's, I guess, how you deal with it. They have a, wow, 152, 36, 37 kills, killed 2 vehicles, and destroyed a building. Very cool. Doing a ton of damage against these guys, just tearing them apart. King Tiger moving through, I guess, trying to hurt Waffen, who's coming in for the flank. I freaking love the pack gun that's stopping the Ostwind from moving. Great job on the pathfinding. Ostwind, now would be your time to move. Oh, no, you're not stuck. You just chose not to move. Okay, glad that we figured that one out. We do also have, oh God, railway artillery coming down, but he's just going to move out of the way. It doesn't really matter. Scout car on the left. Gonna open fire, but most likely not will do that much. Big push on right. Is that new Kubel? Alright. Panther moving on through, trying to pull it back to KV-1. KV-1, pretty damn good armor, but the gun's okay. When it does penetrate, it'll do a little bit of damage. Again, usually Panther still has edge, but the KV it can at least go blow for blow for a bit of time. Mortar team opening fire. Might be able to get a hit or 2 in. Come on. Okay, a little bit. Stern Pioneers trying to hold them back. But alas, I don't think they're going to be able to. Even with all the artillery fire coming in, they need frontline troops, and they just simply don't have it. On the far left, we have the Comet tank. Managed to kill the scout car. Mine goes off, hurting the King. Or mine or AT grenade, one of the two. Comet might try going for the kill, but the King Tiger has front armor, which makes it more likely to bounce, while the King Tiger, oh boy, hits gun very rarely bounces and gets a beautiful shot on the Comet, which, if this guy was smart, he would take. I would absolutely steal a Comet tank and try to get it back to base. Now, he could try to get his artillery to focus fire it, but hey, that's a risk I would try to take. Now, let's see what you have. So again, you have fortifications. So you... Oh, Su-85 is probably going to kill that thing. Dude, stay right there. Don't move. You still have your main gun, which would help, but I think he's going to try to search. Oh, you know it's right here. You know it's right... Oh. Up. Going in on the flank. Su-85's like, what the fuck? AT grenade, though, goes in for the kill, so oh well. Bunch of Panzerschrecks pushing back the Su-85. On the right-hand side, looks like the Panther is doing a decent job. Managed to kill a T-34. Maybe the Panzerschrecks group did. Nope, it injured it. This one has a kill on a vehicle, so I'm assuming it was a Panther. Evidence points to the Panther. Oh, speaking of which, I should probably check on the B4. 10 kills, not too shabby. Looks like this man may believe a little bit. Anyway, we have the... Oh, Panzergrenadiers trying to do some damage. Alas, not doing as much. More Sturmovik strikes coming in, because why not? We also have some mortar crew coverage coming in. Helps hurt infantry and push them back. God damn, that Cervix strike, just causing a lot of damage toward that infantry, which is having a hard time just holding on to these points. Right now, the Axis are at least, the Allies doing a smart thing at making sure all the command points are under their control, because they are very low and they need to make sure that it holds. Scout car coming on the flank, excellent find. Now that's where you use railway, because this thing can't move. It is stuck and it will die from it. That was worth it. That killing a very high valued piece of artillery, worth it. Now, if you can continue to do that against all the other artillery around, that could be effective. Against like this, like railway artillery here would kill all this stuff. But, you know, you could also just have your teammate, hold on. No, they have no recon, never mind. I thought they had some type of recon. Completely forgot they did. Commandos coming in, trying to assist. Looks like they might be able to kill a pack, maybe? Nope. They actually are probably going to lose the... Oh, wait, no, he deployed smoke. I forgot. Vetted up commandos deploy smoke. He might be able to escape. Comet providing coverage for his escape. Oh, god damn it. There goes all of Orc Wedding's units. Well, the left side pretty much collapsed. The right is about to. KV-1 pushing back a goddamn Panther. You know it's bad in that regard. We have Sodor with his B4. Looks like Fire didn't really get a hit. Double checking all around. We have Borok putting another howitzer down in the exact same place. He's like, you know what? Fuck it. It's still good. I have more than enough manpower. Let's put another one down. Why not? Still with a lot of conscripts. Not as many as before, but still. Doing pretty damn well for himself. And Ollie, overall pretty good. And we have another 2-star howitzer. Pretty damn well. Let's see, where's it hitting? Oh, yeah, it's going to keep hitting here. Again, a medic, it's great for holding the front line, but it's a giant sign saying, if you would like to fuck me, please tell all your artillery to hit this position, and eventually you will. Because again, they're just going to keep healing at that position. And that means there are very low-level there's a lot of low-level infantry trying to desperately cling on to life at that position. You already hit enough times, you're going to get a couple of knockouts. Meanwhile, allies have complete control. Plane got shot. Oh, there it goes. Penal troops moving on up, grabbing the fuel. Axis making a desperate gamble. Let's grab the left with a goddamn Kubel. Alright, sure. King Tiger pushing in for mid. That could help. Again, if they can kind of break mid, let's see what their defenses are. Oh, never mind. They have a 17-pounder. Fuck that. King's gonna have a hard time because 17-pounder can crack a king. Penal troops moving on up, throws a satchel on the Verkenwerfer, does retreat, and yeah, there he goes. Bites it quite a bit. 17-pounder showing the king who's boss, though we do, funny enough, I'm waiting for zeroing, which might have been actually effective over there. We have railway artillery, which even though we hardened, the railway will come down for longer than 15 seconds. So, about 3 shells come down. Alright, so this next railway will definitely do a lot. Come on, where's the next railway? Wow. I like how we called it there and the last 2 fell off. And it's also funny because I was counting that. The first 2 came quick succession. The third one's like, I'm going to wait a little bit. Meanwhile, large charge on the right. KV and Su-85 trying to hold them off. We have the Comet still dominating on the left, killing the king. I think there might be actually zeroing? Weird place for it. I know you want to deploy it, but it's not really a lot of fortified targets, and usually people just move out of the way of the artillery. God damn. Yeah, there's really not much stopping the Allied planes in this regard. Oh boy. The Allied Air Force just coming in and causing damage. Very nice job. Getting some nice hits over here. Kill the stern. Nope. Stern Pioneer Squad managed to survive. S-285 going in for something. Oh, he's going in for that. He's trying to kill the command tank. Maybe, hold on. Maybe not. I don't know what he's going for. They did capture a couple of the points. So right now, I'm assuming that the Axis are just trying to hold on and cling on. But right now, they need to capture a left-hand point. Looks like they will. Oh, God. Commandos come in. Will they hold it for another 20 seconds? Probably not. Yeah. It'll probably go down to 15, maybe 14 points. But I don't think the Axis, judging by the amount of men they have, because let's double check. It's about, what, 50? Yeah, we'll say 50 average, while the Allies have, what, 60? He's probably 70s or 80s. Oh, it's a quick math. Overall, so they easily have a larger army, and I haven't seen a lot of Axis kind of like picking off allies. It's really allies still dominating over the Axis and getting kills left and right. If the Axis could hold on to their units and survive in that regard, then maybe I can see something. But as for right now, most of the deaths are on the Axis side, and I just don't see a comeback feasible for them. That B4, I'm assuming, fired over here. Maybe missed a little bit. He has a second B4, which, once again, is pretty far back. Oh, once again, my personal opinion. B4 a little closer to front, but whatever. Nice shot with the KV, though. Neutralizes that Panzer Grenadier squad, who's like, wait, he's like, I'll get him. I'll get him. And the KV's like, comes around the corner and says, nope, and just shits on him. Wait, Commando is now 250. Sorry, air supremacy operation. I know they did nerf it quite a bit. Not as good as it once was. Oh man, the glory days of that bombing run, where it would destroy pretty much half the map, and you would have like 3 guys on your side who would call in it at once, and then you would just hear a bunch of German players just screaming at you like, this is totally overpowered. It was. It honestly was, but it was worth it. Anyway. The Germans do have mid, and they have left. They just need something to grab it. And that's the problem. Not a lot of coordination. Instead of having this squad, hello there, capture it, they could have just had him move over here and take the point real quick. But no, we have to heal this unit, not focusing on winning the game. Oh well, Allies took mid. Also, once again, I find it really weird that the player didn't do zeroing artillery over all of this. You figure he would because he wants to neutralize these fortifications, and doing that would allow him more access to grab mid. Panzer IV is like, I'm tired of this infantry just opening fire. Still having problems killing the infantry, but whatever. At least he's trying. KV-1 moving on in, but not a lot of AT. So this thing is just going to be like, alright, cool, you're hurting me. I'm just going to pull back a little bit, but overall I'm doing fine. And now we have Commando bombing run. And this is where, again, to highlight how kind of weak the bombers are. And they've gone back to, more, again, like how more air supremacy. Where you can see here, it's a strafe that comes in. Now we have a bomber coming in, and now we have 2 smaller bombs coming in. So if you remember from the beta, it's kind of more in line how it was there. But again, it will kill everything in its way, so it's not bad in any means for that air supremacy operation. It will still kill stuff in its way, it just won't kill everything in its way. Meanwhile, large-scale assault left allows for the Germans to gain that piece of territory. But that being said, we have the Comet tank, aka Waffen's tank, just hanging on the side. Now, will they be able to come through? Well, okay, so they either have to push for this point, which is being guarded by all of this, or push mid. Out of the 2 spots, I would push mid. It's the weaker spot, only guarded by 1 player. And if you converge, you can actually kind of lure them into a funnel. And this is where the artillery would have been helpful, because then you can, again, if they focus this way, you have artillery fire on them, and then of course you can just lure them out to the open and kill them, and use the like bonuses like the command tank combined with the King Tiger, and yeah, you have yourself a pretty damn good recipe to hold against a lot of stuff. Meanwhile, again, one thing I will say is good job on your 5-star Volk squads. Doesn't matter if they have PPSHs, these guys will wreck them. KV-1 pulling back. AT gun using artillery. Seems to be doing actually pretty damn well. Unfortunately, they can't really fight a KV-1, so they will have to fall back. I know he's trying to do a Panzerfaust, but it's better to keep those things alive than try to risk it. Unfortunately, it looks like the T-34 managed to kill it on its retreat, which sucks for him. Tiger trying to push up with the double S-285 and AT gun. They're not going to be able to. We do have what looks like a major assault, but it seems to be kind of backfiring. Yellow and green, aka Balrock and Waffen, seems to be doing a pretty good job of holding that point. And the Germans are just unable to take it. They have slowed down their own defeat, though. So again, it's not entirely bad. You just need a little bit of time and a little bit of figure out a way to move in. Ostwind opening fire on the conscript squad, trying to hold back the infantry. We have a T-34 coming on the flank. Not a lot of armor, though, guarding it. They do have a bunker being placed on the counter infantry. That's due. Good boy. It's going to need a lot more support to fight a Comet and a T-34. Oh, I'm sorry, 2 Comets. Yep, there goes everything. They're giving it their all, but that was a good push on their end against pretty much not really protected front. Yeah, and the Ostwind's fine for fighting infantry. When you have a Comet that pretty much is designed to fight heavy armor, it's not going to go well. Comet coming in to help, along with a scout car coming in from the flank from behind, which was once again hilarious. That they think that would work. Panther coming in trying to block them. Panzer Grenadiers as well. If they can kill okay, stop retreating. If they can actually kill these guys, they might have a chance. Unfortunately, mortar coverage is coming in. That's going to obscure vision and make it a little bit harder for them to see some of those units. But again, if they can kill some of the Comets, that might just give them enough of an edge. Because Waffen, okay, would bring down 62. And that would be the only major armor they would see on their front. At least from this guy. I mean, he'll another minute or two will deploy another, but at least, again, that's a small victory that they can claim. And maybe try to push the enemy back. Meanwhile, on the left-hand side, we have Balrock capturing the point. Looks like they got suppressed, but should be able to take it pretty quick. B4 firing a couple shots. Unfortunately, not really much of a hit. They got 12 kills with it. You got a building, and this guy has mostly got infantry. Conscripts coming in, throwing AT grenades to cripple that Tiger. Not a bad idea. Fortunately, a lot of the vehicles are currently being pinned, and I don't see this game lasting too much longer. Large push going on all fronts, holding the Germans back. The Germans have pretty much lost the right-hand side, unfortunately. I don't think they're really going to get that thing back, but we'll see how things go. Tiger tank moving on up, or moving back, I should say, trying to kill this conscript squad that's trying to murder it. Not much time left. Very close game overall. If I had to say the one thing that the Germans lacked was, first off, they didn't have a lot to counter the conscripts, and that helped a lot. The headquarters buildings were all bad placements, which delayed their armor. The artillery, I would say more of the 152 in this regard, has been pretty damn on point for just killing stuff. Just overall, really nice like synergy between a lot of the allied players. Like again, these two guys who did a great job of covering each other's flanks and weaknesses by having one guy focusing a lot on. Hold on, let me switch to him. Sodar switching over and having a lot of the heavier tanks just to fight infantry, while this guy, Ollie, having more of the tank destroyers to fight more of the armor. Again, nice combo effort that on their part. And then of course over here, they just slowly got pushed back. It's not, they gave it their all, but another thing would also be the infantry. The infantry game, oh boy, those Terminators, man, that was just, oh boy, they had, yeah, hold on. Let me double check something. Just, I'm assuming personal will show it. Yeah, 76 kills with those conscript squads, 76. And then Ollie, another conscript guy, 30,000 damage with the Su-85, not too bad. Let's see, how many kills did he get with the conscripts? Let me double check. Yeah, he did about 10k damage with it. So actually, let me compare that. So about 10k damage, Balrock, with the same troops with conscripts, he got about 10k as well. So about the same amount of damage, both conscript squads. So yeah, unfortunately, this conscript squad just wrecked early game. And then with the headquarters building delaying armor, that was kind of a couple nails in the coffin. The final nails would have probably been I would say, just more defensive play. Like, there was a lot of rushes done by the Allied side that just helped break the Axis. I feel like a more coordination to kind of hold that stuff back would have been better. Like, also, like, for example, like, moving with the Pac 43 and stuff like that was kind of just bad over here. Wasting munitions of, like, zeroing artillery, which would have been better over here, or the, you know, not using the railway kind of on a mobile tank because it didn't really hit. Overall, I'll say for the Allies, goddamn air support. Jesus Christ, Sternvik strikes and also the bombing run did a ton of damage toward the enemy. Those Sternvik strikes, just constantly having those planes. Now I know why they got so many Oswins. And that's another thing, like those charges they would do. I love the Oswin charge because literally it was a perfect thing for the Allies, just swoop in from behind and just close them in. And the Oswins pretty much got destroyed at that point. So anyway, that's what I have to say about that. Let's double check damage overall. Let's see. We got Ollie with most damage. And again, I would probably say yeah because of his tank destroyers. 30,000. They're doing work. Most kills goes to Balrog. And again, that makes sense with his infantry. Sodor, least amount. And Waffen did pretty good overall. He's about average. And switched back to the Axis team. Most damage goes to, yeah, Orc Wedding. And most kills goes to Blink Mike. Let me double check what those two did. So Blink Mike, I'm actually surprised he got more kills. Oh, Panzer Grenadiers only got 13. Huh. So how did I am on the right player, right? Color Mike? Or Blink Mike, sorry. Yeah, only 13 kills. What did all the infantry damage? Grenadiers did some. Panzer IV did some. Not much. Interesting. Then, what was it? Mike Orc? Yeah, Orc Wedding. What was your thing? Flak Panzers. You lost 5 of those things? It didn't fit, I mean, it did a lot of damage, but dear lord. Yeah, maybe should have tried something else. Just point that out. They did 15k damage, so it's not like they weren't doing stuff, and I'm assuming some of that was armor. Holy shit, 9,000 of that was armor. Okay. Apparently Oswins are now tank hunters. Shit. Anyway, that's game. I want to thank you for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed. Make sure you guys like, subscribe to see more content on Greyshot Productions. But otherwise, it's been Greyshot17. I'll see you all next time. Before this video ends, I want to give a special shout out to my Patreon supporters like Ace, Leo, Tim, Sean, Sejones, and Nick. Thank you guys so much for your awesome support, and I'll see you next time, guys.